What's up, guys? This is Red Rocket. Today I got an assault MOAB for you, and it's my first one using hardline. I'm usually not a big hardline guy, but people have been ranting and raving about how great it is, so I used it for a good bit lately. And I was able to pull off this assault MOAB, and I go 41-0. That's a pretty good score, and what's impressive to me about it is that I'm not using assassin. They had UAVs up half the game. But what I want to talk about today is what I think makes a good player. And obviously the first thing that everybody jumps to is KD, and people with high KDs are going to tell you that KD is the only thing that matters, while people with low KDs that just go run around in domination, try to cap every flag, and go 5 and 30 every game, are going to tell you that KD matters. Not at all. And the honest truth is, it matters a little bit, because even bad players shouldn't go 5 and 30 in domination games. But good players, and here's the thing, is good players can still go 30 and 10 in domination and play the objective. Just because you can't do it doesn't mean that somebody else can't. And so automatically, if somebody has a high KD, that doesn't mean that they camp in a corner with assassin and a heartbeat sensor the entire time. My KD is right now, I think it's only 2.16 or something like that, and it's not as high as it should be, as if I played every game like this, but I do go around quick scoping and bare bombs and free for all a good bit. And not to mention I play with some crappy setups to try to get some gameplay out of it. And I know everybody does that. I do it a good bit too, and that's the other excuse people use when they say that KD doesn't mean nothing at all, is that good players only try hard every game. That's not true either. I mean, good players can still dick around and hold a good kill-to-death ratio. But then again, there's bad players that can hold good kill-death ratios too. All you gotta do is basically play like a bitch and you have no dignity, and go 10 and 2 every game, and then dashboard whenever you meet good players in a lobby, or people that use assassin, because your portable radar is not working and you're pretty much screwed. But at the same time, I think KD is a decent enough indicator. For example, I don't think there's a 1.0 KD player in the world that's better than just about any 3.0 KD player, even though I've seen some pretty damn bad 3.0 KD players. Other thing you can look at is score per minute. And score per minute is a really good stat, and it's also as good of an indicator as KD. But then at the same time, score per minute can be flawed just as well. For instance, people in kill confirm that go 30 and 30 but have the highest score per minute out of anybody you know. Well, yeah, they might have collected all those tags, but they gave the other team 30 tags. And I mean, that's huge. It basically washes out everything that they did, their kills and their tags collected, because they're running blindly into the other team, giving them kill streaks. Along with that, they're also giving them tags. And domination, I guess the best stat to measure for domination players is definitely score per minute, because that's the game mode where, yes, capturing flags definitely is an important part of the game, but also killing people is the other part of the game. And don't hate on the guy that goes 50 and 10 with no captures and wins the game, because I guarantee you that his kill streaks keeping the other team pinned down was a good point and a good way that the team won. I go through a stage right here where the enemy team is just putting up UAV after UAV, so I pretty much am behind all my teammates, and I want to let them come to me, because I know that they all see me on the radar, so I'm not trying to go charge out there and get myself killed now that I've got this kill streak going. I used the Reaper the second time. I get 3 Reapers in the game, but I don't use all 3 of them because I'm trying to get the assault MOAB. I'll tend to do that is when I know I'm close. I'll put away my kill streaks and try to finish it off with my guns. And I ended up getting it. It was like I think it was the last kill actually before I called him MOAB. But the other thing is that I hear all the time is that domination players that just run into flag and die over and over and over again, and then get mad at people who actually have good KDs in the game, and they act like they didn't contribute when it's just a crock of bullshit. But then again, on the other side of that argument, there's always the asshole that goes in some corner in the map way by butt fucking Egypt and just sits on his ass in the darkest corner known to man, hides like a bitch, shoots somebody in the back, and racks up, 20-2 type game. And yeah, I mean, there's different degrees of how much KD can measure, right? And at the end of the day, it's really a mediocre stat. You want to know how somebody is, go play with them. I think actually the best way to know how somebody plays is go watch them in Search and Destroy. The thing is with Search and Destroy, you can see how they move, you can see their tactics, you can see how much they're actually willing to run around the map, if they're any good at aiming. There's lots of different things that Search can tell you. And the other thing is though, is that I've seen very many good players, I've convinced them to go play Search, and they get fucking wrecked. And hell, it happened to me when I first started playing Search. It was crazy to me because I had not gone negative in forever, and first game of Search that I played, I went like 2-5. My mind was just blown by how much these kids were just fucking sitting down and watching corners and doorways. And then it grew on me. I do have to admit that it grew on me. And now that's pretty much all that I play when I'm not trying to get clips like this. I'm getting pretty close here. I had to pick up this guy's MP7. I got lucky with that. Killed somebody that was just sitting around watching air, and got a decent gun out of it. And now I'm playing without a silencer and without assassin, which I normally don't do. I'm still able to pull it off. But MP7 is just a ridiculous gun, and I stopped using it because people want to talk about how a lot of guns are overpowered. I think the MP7 is overpowered, but it shouldn't be an assault rifle, and here's a perfect example of that. That should not happen with a submachine gun. I was about 6 shots from 100 yards away, and I just laid that guy out. And even though it has a red dot on it, it just shouldn't be able to do that. Although I do think the PP90 is a better gun than the MP7 now that I'm playing with it more. It just has a faster rate of fire. Alright, I get the MOAB, and that's pretty much it. Nothing much else happens except for me doing the worm in a second. Check this out. I'm about to do the worm on you bitches. Oh yeah, that happened. Alright guys, leave a comment, like, subscribe, dislike, I don't really care. I'll take it easy.